putting his hand up saying I've won the fight. It's not right. I mean, that's the reality. It was the most wonderful.
I was fine to carry on, but I guess again I'm not the one in charge of being the fight go on or stop it.
Well, I thought Parker at the time of stoppage, I think Parker was up. I thought Parker was winning. I wouldn't say comfortably. I thought Parker was maybe 2, 3, 4.
They robbed. Rematch right away. They robbed. And it was a knockout.
Eddie Hearn exposes Fabio Wardley cheated in Joseph Parker fight. The truth stings. Fabio didn't dominate, he deceived. The so-called knockout king looked lost when faced with a real fighter. Hearn's calm words hit harder than punches, leaving fans wondering if Wardley's rise has been nothing but smoke and mirrors.
What? You still want the Tank Davis fight? What went wrong? What went wrong? Take out a real steam or fire out of me? Or is it still the same?
I mean, we're going to see. I'm the best fighter in boxing. I've been saying this, so.
Eddie Hearn fired shots with precision legal threats, moral punches, and a demand for justice. Calling for a rematch isn't just talk, it's an accusation in disguise. The moment he said, cheat the sport, the illusion shattered. Fabio Wardley's victory now looks less like triumph and more like theft.
We've just been waiting for all the final test results to come back from UCAD, which are now back, that are negative, and that's the testing process they use. So we need clarity from the board. If you're not suspending him, if you're not allowing this fight to happen, or he can fight someone else, but you won't allow this fight. So again, it's quite fresh at the moment, but that's where we are at the moment.
And the backlash didn't stop there. Insiders began leaking details that could completely expose what really happened behind the scenes. Carl Frosch calls it straight. Fabio Wardley was battered, stunned, and rescued by the bell. There was no control, no composure, just desperation. The so-called unbeaten warrior looked seconds from collapse. Parker didn't just hurt him, he exposed the myth of Fabio's invincibility in front of the world.
On Parker, caught him, hurt him, and he was kind of saved by the bell until the bell went, and he got ushered back to his corner by the referee and sat down on that stool, and he must have thought to himself, bloody hell, I'm in a fight here. Round 10, he's sitting down on this stool. On my card, he's 6'4" ahead.
Johnny Nelson didn't mince his words. No substance can teach skill. If Fabio Wardley needed help to survive, it only proves one thing. He's no natural-born champion. Nelson's message was brutal but true. You can fake muscles, not mastery. Real fighters don't need chemistry to win.
I say, drugs don't make you a better fighter. Drugs may make you a little stronger, may make you a little, give you a bit more energy, but it doesn't make you technically smart. It doesn't give you all of that, you know. So those drug cheats that do it purposely, you've got to remember, you know, why you're doing it. What difference is it going to make? It's going to make you like a boxing Einstein?
Duke Mexi lays it bare. Fabio was exposed, paper thin under pressure. He didn't fight, he faked it, hiding behind luck and dodged consequences. Every swing Wardley threw made Fabio look smaller, weaker, and pathetically unworthy. Cheating, flailing, surviving by chance. That's Fabio in a nutshell.
Parker, right, he's taken that I think it was like an uppercut he took, that he was actually hurt from. But everything else that was coming his way was missing, because Wardley was just swinging at him at that point, and I thought the referee was going to jump in and go, you know what, do the standing 8 count, but he didn't. He just got in and stopped.
Andy Lee calls it exactly what it was: disgraceful. Fabio turned a fight into a circus act, cheating instead of earning respect. Fans saw through the fake bravado. Moral victories are meaningless when the man in the ring relies on tricks, luck, and deception. Pathetic doesn't begin to cover it.
I'm watching this and I just thought it was disgraceful tonight. I just thought that... Anyway, they robbed him of a victory, but people saw what happened.
Dave Coldwell sums it up brutally. Cheating bastard is the only fitting label. Fabio's failures aren't hidden. They're on display for all to see. Every dodge, every trick, every miracle survival exposes him as undeserving of respect. He's a fraud, plain and simple.
Fucking hell, cheating bastard. You know, that's the initial reaction. Whether it's a first fail or a third fail, that's the initial reaction. Your gut reaction is, but then obviously we don't know what he's failed for yet, and we don't know what it is. But then when it's somebody that's failed 3 times, or this is the third adverse reaction.
Frank Warren's authority cuts through the smoke. Fabio's antics were exposed for what they really were. Every fake bravado, every lucky dodge, every exaggerated survival trick could not fool those in the know. The referee made the only correct decision. Fabio wasn't dominating, he was cheating his way through the fight. Experienced eyes saw through him instantly. This wasn't talent, it was theatrics, and Frank's blunt acknowledgement cements it. Fabio's performance was a sham. He can swing, he can flail, but respect, that's off the table. Every punch missed, every exaggerated reaction, every lucky break just reinforced the reality Fabio Wardley is a paper champion, not a fighter.
A lot of fighters have said the same thing. I was there, I've been in boxing longer than all of you all together. The referee was right.
Dave Allen's perspective exposes Fabio's charade even further. Everyone expected Parker to take control, and yet Fabio's flailing and luck turned the tide in his favor, but it was nothing to be proud of. He didn't win through skill. He won because of a lucky sequence, a referee decision, and chaos in the ring. Dave admits he misjudged it, but the truth is obvious. Fabio couldn't dominate, he couldn't land meaningful punches, and he relied on circumstances rather than mastery. This is a hollow victory. Fabio Wardley's performance was impressive only in the narrative sense, not in the display of true boxing ability. The man survives, but he doesn't earn.
An unbelievable fight, really. Ended up being a great fight. It wasn't one I was overly excited for, really. Amazing, really. Amazing. So I thought Parker would win. I didn't really have any doubts. Parker.
Dan Rafael cuts to the core. Fabio's punches were smoke and mirrors. A million swings, zero impact. Parker may have tired, but he wasn't hurt. Fabio's aggression was meaningless, more theatrics than threat. All the hype about pressure disappears when every punch is a phantom. It's embarrassing for a man supposedly elite. Fabio flails, misses, and looks desperate. Rafael's assessment confirms what everyone watching knew. Fabio Wardley's work rate is just volume without effect. This isn't dominance, it's an illusion of danger. The real winner in skill and composure was Parker, while Fabio's chaotic, hollow barrage merely highlights how unworthy he is of the spotlight this stole through luck and luck alone.
And just because Fabio Wardley threw a million punches, he didn't land a lot of those punches, and I have made the point, a few times on my own podcast since that fight has happened. While Joseph Parker was absolutely tired and gassed out to a degree, he, in my opinion, was not hurt.
Carl Froch paints a picture of reality most fans can't ignore. Fabio's success was a brief flash, not sustained dominance. Up until round 10, Parker was clearly ahead, showcasing skill, precision, and composure, while Fabio relied on a single lucky shot to make the scorecards look closer than they should. That big shot is what casual viewers remember, but any true boxing analyst sees it for what it is, a desperate moment, a lucky connection, not a display of skill or control. Fabio Wardley may have caught Parker, but he didn't systematically earn rounds or dominate the fight. His luck in round 10 can't erase the fact that he was flailing, swinging wildly, and surviving on chance, not mastery. Froch's breakdown exposes the hollow core of Fabio's performance. Flash without substance. Lucky moments instead of consistent dominance. It's a stark reminder that in boxing, one shot does not a champion make, and Fabio's brief highlight doesn't hide a much larger, glaring deficit.
Because round 4 I give it to Parker, round 5, 6, 7, I think Parker on my card, up until the 10th round, was ahead. I think he was 6-4 going into the 11th, but the 11th we'll get to in a minute. But round 10, Fabio Wardley landed a big shot on Parker, caught him, hurt.
Adam Smith reminds everyone that the fight world thrives on controversy, but Fabio's advantage was nothing more than a cheat, a twist of circumstance that doesn't belong in sport. He may have gotten away with it, but the act undermines integrity. Head-to-head clashes are meant to test skill, courage, and heart, yet Fabio skirted the very essence of fair competition. The event being bigger isn't a compliment, it's a spotlight on how he gamed the system. While fans might celebrate drama, serious analysts see through the smoke. Fabio's moment of luck cannot disguise a lack of precision, strategy, or respect for his opponent. In boxing, skill defines legacy, not fleeting controversy, and Fabio's actions leave his credibility in tatters. This wasn't triumph, it was survival and deception packaged as heroics.
This is big for the casual fans. Do we condone it? I mean, in boxing terms, should that happen at a head-to-head? Of course not, but these things do happen. This is the fight business, and it's just made it even bigger, and we wait to see what happens next.
Johnny Nelson's call for an immediate inquiry underscores the severity of Fabio's actions. This isn't just bad luck or a sloppy performance, it's a breach that demands investigation. Boxing thrives on trust, rules, and fairness, and Fabio has flagrantly threatened all three. His luck-driven tactics, flailing punches, and opportunistic moments may have fooled casual viewers, but experts know this is far from legitimate competition. Nelson's insistence on scrutiny reflects the reality. Fabio's behavior could taint the sport and erode credibility. Fans, fighters, and promoters all need answers because survival by chance is not the same as winning with skill. Fabio may have escaped immediate consequences, but the inquiry is a necessary reckoning, a spotlight on how far he strayed from true championship standards.
Unfortunately, there is going to be there needs to be an inquiry straight after this. Why, what? But that's what I'm hearing. This news is as fresh to me as it is you. I'm quite sure when this goes out, it'll be all over the place.
Johnny Nelson pinpoints the deeper humiliation Fabio faced, his own pride. Fabio didn't just risk losing a fight, he sabotaged his own reputation by flailing and relying on luck. Every miss, every exaggerated reaction, every lucky moment chipped away at the image he tried to project. Nelson's insight reveals that Fabio wasn't just caught by Parker's resilience, he was trapped by his own misjudgment and overconfidence. Claiming he had to get a job done rings hollow when the result is a public spectacle of failure. Pride and credibility were casualties in this performance. Fabio's missteps weren't just technical, they were existential blows to his persona as a boxer. The humiliation is twofold. The world sees his weaknesses, and Fabio himself knows he fell short of the standard he set for himself.
I don't want to beg on my face. I've got to get a job done here. So after the things he said the last time, he knows he probably mugged himself off. I think that probably hurt him more than anything, hurt his pride.
Ajit Kabayel highlights the chaos Fabio created, but also the luck masking his deficiencies. Parker was clearly ahead for 7 rounds, but Fabio's one lucky shot, or a brief moment of overreach, shifted the narrative. Kabayel notes that Parker's fatigue may have been exaggerated, while Fabio's swings were largely ineffective. This underscores the brutal truth. Fabio's crazy fight status isn't a testament to skill, but a reminder that luck and circumstance can temporarily disguise incompetence. Heavyweight or not, Fabio's reliance on random punches, lack of precision, and inability to dominate rounds shows a man surviving by chance, not talent. The spectacle may excite fans, but analysts see a hollow display, a fighter who dodged defeat by fleeting fortune rather than earned superiority. Fabio's performance is memorable, yes, but not for the reasons he would want.
Juicy. What a crazy fight, you know. I see Parker was 7 rounds, maybe. I think Parker win, you know. But, you know, this is a heavyweight boxing, you know, one punch can change a fight, you know, and you see the result, you know. I don't know why Parker, after 7 rounds, to go back. I think he have too much muscle, you know, too much weight, a little bit, I think not so much condition.
After dissecting every round, every expert opinion, and every moment of luck Fabio Wardley scraped through, the reality is crystal clear. This victory was a facade. From Duke Mexi to Ajit Kabayel, the consensus is undeniable. Fabio survived, he flailed, he relied on lucky shots, and he cheated circumstances more than he fought with skill. Parker dominated most of the rounds, outclassed him technically, and was only briefly caught by fortune, not mastery. Experts called out the flailing punches, the missed opportunities, and the desperate theatrics, while calls for inquiries and scrutiny mounted. Fabio's pride took a bigger hit than any punch Parker landed, exposing the hollowness of his performance. Boxing fans deserve champions who earn respect in the ring, not paper kings hiding behind luck. Don't be fooled by flashy headlines, study the fight, watch the rounds, and see through the smoke. Fabio Wardley's moment was chaotic, lucky, and hollow. The question is simple: will Fabio truly rise, or is this the peak of a fragile, illusionary career?